Jessica Penner, we have Manitoba Crop Alliance with us here tonight at Great Taste, and it is Make Ahead Manitoba Breakfasts, and we are moving right into our one bowl walnut banana bread. Now, I'm going to be real with you. Any excuse to eat banana bread. We have a beloved family recipe. There's all kinds of different variations, and you're going to show us yours here tonight with all these super healthy ingredients. So let's get started.
Yeah, there are a lot of recipes out there, but this one is going to give you over 4 grams of fiber in every slice. So that's kind of this claim to fame for this
huge.
one.
Yeah, that's kind of a lot. And we'll talk a little bit more about all the incredible nutrition in this recipe as we go along. But it's one bowl, super easy. So where do we get started?
Right, as with every great baking recipe, we've got the oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit.
Makes sense.
And I'm going to get you to start whisking the eggs, Des, while I pour in the melted coconut oil.
Okay.
So you do want to make sure that your coconut oil is nice and clear so it mixes well with the eggs.
So glad I wore a white shirt. By the way, these are Countryside Farms Vita eggs, 2 of these beauties in this recipe. And then coconut oil, I guess there's probably, like most recipes, there's different things that you can substitute, but you like the coconut oil in for this one?
Yeah, you know, I really do like the subtle tropical flavor that the coconut oil adds, but if you have melted butter or vegetable oil, you can feel free to substitute then as well. And next up we have our bananas.
Bananas.
Yeah, I really like a strong banana flavor in my banana bread. So I've gone ahead and added 2 cups of bananas.
It's one of those things that, like, when I make banana bread, I always take out, like, usually 1 banana more than I need, but then I'm like, I'm going to try and get it in there. You just have to kind of watch the balance of dry to wet then at that point, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the bonus of having so many bananas in here is that you don't need to add a lot of sugar.
Right?
So we have a little bit of brown sugar.
Okay.
And then some plain yogurt. If you have sour cream on hand, you could use that as well.
So a little bit of that acidic, I guess, is that kind of the idea behind that?
Yeah, that's the acidic component, which is going to help our baking soda rise the bread.
Rise up, yeah. And that was some vanilla, I think you put in there?
Of course, vanilla.
All right, now.
Yeah, now we have our flour. Today we have whole wheat flour, but you could also use barley flour in this recipe.
Can we just talk for a second really about how healthy wheat is?
Exactly. There are so many misconceptions about wheat nowadays with popularity of gluten-free and low-carb diets, but wheat really has a lot of everyday nutrition. We've got fiber, protein, and so many vitamins and minerals. When you think about the nutrients in wheat, what's the first thing that comes to mind? If you're like most people, your brain immediately goes to wheat's carb content. But did you know that wheat is also a great source of protein, B vitamins, and fiber? To learn more about wheat nutrition, you have to check out whataboutwheat.ca. It's a tremendous resource. There you can find the latest wheat nutrition research, as well as more information about how Canadian wheat is produced and the journey it takes to get to our plates. And then we have our walnut crumbs. I've gone ahead and chopped them fairly fine so that you get a nice nutty bite in every bite you take.
Okay, I just feel like I'm really sort of like,
you know, with banana bread, you can't over-mix it too much. Then we've got the ground flax
What about undermix? Can
Undermixing, you can.
Yeah, okay, I'll be careful. All right.
Our baking soda. Cinnamon.
Oh, it just smells so good. I haven't even added the cinnamon yet, and it smells so good.
And a pinch of salt to bring out the sweetness.
Is that what that's for? We've made recipes and we've talked about this in the past, but it's like it's one of those ingredients where it's like, salt. Okay.
I know. As a kid, I always wondered, why am I putting salt in my cookies? But,
exactly. Okay, is that good? Is that for our purposes here tonight?
Yeah, you've got your arm all worked out there.
I do indeed. Okay.
And then I'll scrape that into our greased loaf pan here.
Oh, sorry about that.
No, I'm mixing it as we go. It's nothing to worry about.
You'll do it better at home.
There we go.
Looks lovely already. Okay, so and how long does the oven preheat? Well, I guess just till it reaches that 350 point, and then
and then once we get this into the oven, it'll be 60 to 65 minutes.
Okay. So that's a bit of a. I guess that's a bit of a. It's not like ultra quick, but Give it a good bake. Okay, so there we go. That one's in, that one's going, and tra-la. This is what we end up with when all is said and done. Doesn't that look beautiful?
Here it is. So once it is fully cooled, then you can cut into it. So let's do that. Are you more of an end slice or a middle slice?
Oh, I'm an end slice,
okay.
100%.
Me too.
Are you in it? I should have asked first. See, you were considerate, and I didn't even ask. Are you more of an end slice?
I am, but there's 2 end slices, Des. So.
For our purposes tonight, there's only 2. As long as there's only 2 people eating the banana bread, and they're both end slice people, we're good.
Okay.
And then now we've got butter that we could put on that, but I think, you know, it looks so incredibly moist and decadent as is. And it's interesting when you were talking about the walnuts before, you're like, you know, it's important to kind of get enough walnuts in there so that you've got some in every bite. And I can literally see it like all throughout that whole piece. So I'm gonna give this a little bit of a taste, if that's all right. Give it a little bit of a taster. Super moist. I'm talking with my mouth full. It's absolutely delicious. And you freeze these, right?
Yeah, you could freeze this as well, individually sliced. And again, like I said, thanks to that whole wheat flour and the ground flax seeds, you're getting at least 4 grams of fiber in every slice.
It's very hearty, yeah, and sweet and delicious, and got a great texture to it as well. So absolutely fantastic. So that was our 1 bowl walnut banana bread. But we're not done with you yet. We're on to recipe number 2 in just a second. We're going to be coming back and making toasted pecan breakfast cookies right here on Great Taste. Stick around.